This week we are going to create a presentation based on the research that we gathered on the American Revolution. So you could do this project with PowerPoint or Google Slides. I'm going to show Google Slides because I think many of the students are working remotely and they are not going to be able to do this if they don't have PowerPoint. We know everybody has Google Slides because it's easy to access from Google Classroom, but it's very similar when we use PowerPoint, and we've used PowerPoint in the past. So what we're going to do is we're going to take all of these topics that we researched, and these are going to become our slides. So we're going to have an introduction slide, Stamp Act, Boston Massacre, Boston Tea Party, Paul Revere's Ride, Declaration of Independence, Treaty of Paris, and then what was the impact. Okay, so here's how we do it. So when you're in your Google Classroom, you can click on the assignment, you click Add or Create, and Add or Create Slides. And this will pop up, and I'm going to keep this open on here so you can see here. So let's open this up here. It should pop up in another window. There we go. Okay, so now you have your Google Slides here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to say the American Revolution, right? American Rev. Oh. Then you can put your name down here. And then what you need to do is you want to make it look nice and neat. So what you can do is you can go to Slide, Change Theme. And now you can look for a nice theme that you like. Maybe blue. Let's see how blue looks. Okay, so that looks pretty good. And then what you could do is you can add in a new slide. So we have the arrow here to have the different slides that you could use. A section header, title and body, 2 columns. Most of the time we use title and body. So we use that. And you could just add plus here if you want to add more. Let's take a look. So the first thing we have is introduction. So that's very simple. So you have introduction. So you could just say, hi, I'm so-and-so. And this presentation okay, so something like that, something simple. So you have that done, and then you do the plus, and the next one here, right, the second one over here is going to be the Stamp Act. Okay, so now I'm going to write about it. I'm going to say on, whatever date. I'm going to put the date in there, and then I'm going to say, the British and what happened with the Stamp Act. Okay, and then I'm going to put it in there, and then I'm going to say what happened, and it upset the colonists because, okay, and then you can put that in there. Then the next thing you have after the Stamp Act is the Boston Massacre. Okay, so I'm going to do Boston Massacre. Okay, and then you can do the next, you're going to write about the Boston Massacre. You put your research in here. Then I do the Boston Tea Party. Okay, so I'm just following the outline here. Boston Tea Party. Oh. The next one. Paul Revere. Declaration of Independence. Plus. And then Treaty of Paris. And then final slide is the impact. Okay, so on each one of these slides here, what you want to do is you want to write in your research. Okay, so you're going to write in your research on this one. Let's say Boston Massacre. You're going to say on such and such a date. The British fired upon a crowd of colonists, right? And 5 died. Okay, and then you're going to talk about why it was, let's see the exact question, and how it was related to the Townshend Act. Okay, and then you're going to talk, because the Townshend Act is related to it, so then you'll talk about the Townshend Act. Or you can talk about the Townshend Act first. But anyway, after you created your presentation here, what you can do is you could add in some photos. So it's very simple. You go Insert, Image. If you have one, you can upload it, or you could search the web. And I'll just put the American Revolution. And it comes right up. How about that? That's a great photo. I could click insert. Oh, that one didn't work. Let's see if they let us do another one here. Insert image. I may be having an issue with my computer. Let's see. Let's see if they let us do this one. Okay, great. And then you can move it to wherever you'd like. And then the same thing. You don't really need a photo for introduction. Then stamp act. You can do insert, image, search the web. I think it was stamp back of 1765. You put the stamp on. Okay, so you get the general sense. We're basically putting in our research in, and then we're going to put in a photo on each slide. And if you're wondering about what to write on each slide, just worry about these things, right? These little dots here. So the one to the left, that's going to be the title slide, right? The title of the slide goes on the top, right? It's right over here. And then the part that you're writing about is just answering these two questions. And it doesn't have to be pages and pages, just a quick answering of those questions. And I just want to talk about quickly transitions. After you're done with your writing, you can go to transition. And if you want to, make a transition, you could have it like dissolve maybe, and then apply to all slides, and that will make it that it's going to. When we watch our presentation. Sorry, I had to click that a little more. When you watch our presentation, it will the slides will move. So we'll show you, and then I could even click on this, and if I want to add an animation, I could say I wanted to fade in on click, or what else do they have? Let's see. How about fly in from the bottom on the click? Okay, and I could play, and now it's going to look like this. Okay, then I click, it flies in. So when you're done with your PowerPoint, when you're done with your writing on your Google Slides, you can go to present, and then you could see how it looks. And then you click, the American Revolution, and it goes to the next one, and you just keep clicking your mouse, and it will go through the slides. And when you click escape on the keyboard, it will get you out of there. Then when you're done, just make sure that it's attached to the assignment here. It's attached to the assignment. If you're using PowerPoint, you go here and you just do File and add it in. Click it and drag it over here. But if you're using slides, you can just do this and turn in. And that's our project on the American Revolution.